So what we're needing also is another word that's missing, and that's collaboration. The collaboration that connects you, that connects you not only to each other, but also to the planet. So it's the collaboration between you and the planet. It connects you to the planet rather than plans to slowly destroy the planet through unwanted development, out of control development, short-term thinking, short-term narrow-minded political thinking. All this can change. It's in your hands. So instead of divisiveness, instead of chaos and so forth, how about, instead of the ideology that some people are stuck with, there's no ability right now, it seems, for opposing sides to come together. They're sticking to their own stubborn ideology about what's right, and it's the only right. The only right is the right that they proclaim. Rather than opening up and listening to the other side and saying, well, let's see what they have to say. Let's talk about this. Let's kind of come together. You know, there's a word called compromise. And that's supposed to be the definition of politics. It's supposed to be the definition of our political leaders, the art of compromise. Well, we don't see it. So obviously something has to change, and I think that you're the ones to do it. And I think when you have that kind of stalemate, there's an inherent loss of opportunity, an opportunity to take social issues and take the social fabric of this country and move it forward. And have it be forward thinking rather than slow thinking, rather than narrow thinking. So you have that ability. The school has, I think, garnered that ability for you. One of the other reasons I'm here. But I want to, when I'm talking about coming together, let me just share you quickly a story about coming together and how valuable it can be, and the fact that we don't appear to have it right now, this coming together. But years ago, I had made this film back in 1974-5 about the Watergate situation. And when years later, that went well and so forth, but years later, a television channel came to me and said, look, we'd like to do, this is about 30 years later, they said, we'd like to do a revisit of Watergate. We'd like to look back and have you maybe do a revisit of Watergate. I said, no, some things you leave alone. You don't sit on them, you move on, you leave it alone. That was then. Times have changed. Times have changed so much since that time. That was the time when I was feeling like I was making a contribution to the celebration of the value of journalism. But it seemed that with all the changes that have occurred with the internet and so forth, and soundbite and yada, yada, yada out there, people talking their brains out, and you're not hearing anything, that what was the point? And then I thought, wait a minute, maybe it could be looked at like a museum piece, like a moment in time that's gone. And maybe we can look back on it and reflect on it and think about it. Well, while I was looking at the footage to edit the film, there was a moment that kind of stunned me, and that was in the archival footage we have, John Dean was testifying before the Watergate hearing committee. And the committee was made up of both sides of the aisle, Republicans and Democrats. And what really stunned me was how this panel was working together to get to the truth. I thought, wow, there was a time. So it's still possible. It can be revived. Again, I think I'm putting it in your hands. Sorry about that, but I think I'm putting it in your hands.